Okay, so hi and welcome everyone. And today I'm gonna start the new term on the same topic here, that is a recruitment process. So let's move ahead on the topic a study on job satisfaction, recruitment and selection process. So what are the further things that we'll be covering here in HR project is? So let's move ahead and let's go through the further topics. So far we have completed these terms, and today I'll be taking you to the next topic, and that's recruitment. So here we go with the term recruitment, and we'll try to understand what is recruitment and how this is going to help you to complete this HR project. Okay, and how we are going to relate this recruitment process through job satisfaction. And then ahead we'll be learning the entire term, that is selection process. So let's understand the facts, the figures, the term recruitment process, who is responsible, and how does it takes place, right? What are the factors? Okay, so basically what is recruitment, right? This is a very important question. So if you look very clearly and on the term recruitment, so this is clearly mentioning that we are trying to hire. Okay, we are trying to hire someone for some specific reasons, right? In some specific kind of, you can say, organization or a field you want to select for. So recruitment is nothing but it is a kind of process, or you can say not only a process but a way to identify someone on the basis of our requirement of that particular position that we want to recruit that person for. And we will be shortlisting n number of students on the basis of our requirement and potentials, right? Now, why do we recruit? So there is a requirement in an organization or in a company that we need such and such people for such and such positions in an organization where they can hold this position and they can work further for. This is what recruitment says. We will be identifying the real talent, the real requirement. Like if we are recruiting somebody from a college, right? There is a campus recruitment. Then there is no one time process. It takes time. How many number of freshers are being available there, who are those who applied for the session, I mean recruiting process. Now how many of them are shortlisted? Out of those, how many are having that potential that we should hire them, right? And then only we can give them that particular position in any organization or the company which is hiring him or her. So basically, recruitment says that we have to choose the right candidate for the right position, So how it is affecting? How it is affecting, right? What is that particular thing that is forcing the person to take care of these factors, like how to choose that right person for the right position. So basically, if we need an IT people, right, so we are not going to target the people from marketing background. We are only going to target people from the IT background. Similarly, if we are trying to target to the people who will take care of marketing field, so we cannot target the people of IT background, right? The technical people. We'll be hiring people who are, self-sophisticated in the field of marketing. They can only be hired. So this entire process is being handled by a team. We call it HR team, right? We have human resource team over there who takes care of each and everything. Even if we have to hire technical people, then we have a technical HR team. Means when the term recruitment comes, then there is a directly proportional connection, because recruitment is directly proportional to HR team. Okay, the better the recruitment process will be only if the better we have HR team. Maybe in terms of technical, maybe in terms of marketing, or whatever the requirement of the company is, right? We have so many things. So recruitment is directly related to HR team. There is a highly need of perfect HR team if you want good and potential candidates to be hired for particular position you are searching for. So this is what entire recruitment process is. Let me revise this once. So basically, recruitment is a process where we identify people, we shortlist them in the basis of specification that we want for our organizations, particular positions, designations, and then we hire those potential freshers or in terms of employees who deserve to be there, right? The deserving candidate is being hired. So basically, we choose the right candidate for the right position and at right time, definitely. For example, if you are looking forward that you need a right candidate after 3 months, so it doesn't really mean that you will start searching today only. You have to plan, you have to take care of everything, you have to make it systematic. Then no, you can approach different colleges, or you can open that hiring platform, open hiring platform externally or internally, so that people should apply for your kind of recruitment availability if they want to, if they're interested in that particular position, that particular kind of work that you're providing to do is. So this is what happens. And who is completely taking responsibility to conduct all this recruitment process? The HR team, the team in a company that handles entire thing about recruitment and selection process. They will find out the correct potential. They'll find out the loopholes in particular employee who is going to be your employee in the freshers. They'll take care of each and every bit, and that is their whole and soul responsibility. That is the key feature that they do for right. Understood? So this is what a recruitment process is. Now we'll look ahead with the next slide, and that's importance of recruitment. Why this is important, and why it is not so easy to hire anybody in the company. Why it takes so much long time, right? There are certain things that has to be taken care of while you're recruiting anybody in your company. You need to check out everything, right? Everything in terms of profession, in terms of personal in the sense not their personal, but something which should not affect your professionalism or your work efficiency. That is what a personal means here. So basic requirements are what is the importance, why it is so important. So very first thing is, it determines the current and future job requirement. Definitely, if you're recruiting somebody, this clearly certifies that this is the requirement right now. This is the reason behind recruitment. If you're hiring a person who is good with backend development with particular language like Angular, Node.js, so why are you hiring this person? Why are you searching for those freshers or those candidates who should keep or should have a kind of good knowledge on these terms? Because this is the requirement of present as well as future, right? Then we have, it increases the pool of job at minimal cost. Yes, if you find this term, that what is pool of job at minimal cost? So this is what recruitment process here, I feel is what it's doing. For example, if you find something that there is a person who is very very talented, highly qualified, sometimes overqualified to be the part of your particular organization for particular designation to hold, but he or she is not well paid. So at that position, you need to take care of these things until you don't allow people to know, right? Until you don't allow people to know, like what is the requirement, what is the need of present market, then students might face issue, and they may be paid very less as per their potential. So recruitment process at all tries to show, like, this is the trending topic for which we are hiring candidates, the potential candidates. So he or she must be careful which is the highest paid company or organization that will value my work, not only in terms of salary but many other factors. But definitely salary matters there, right? Now ahead, moving with, like, it helps in increasing the success rate of selecting the right candidates. Yes, if you're if you're handling the recruitment process, then there is again a relation of selecting the right candidates, and there is a success rate. It increases. How? The question comes, how? Now if you look carefully, and if you're trying to recruit people from various colleges or maybe from various institutions for your requirement fulfillment to complete your vacant seat in the organization or in the company you're working there, right? So how recruitment is giving increase in success rate to select the right candidate. If you will ask only 10 potentials to sit for the fresher, then you have to choose out of those only. But if you allow further students, right? If you allow more number of candidates to sit for that particular recruitment process, and then you select, then you can definitely find a better, a better candidate always in terms of knowledge, skill, good potential, and many other factors are there. So this is how recruitment helps in increasing success rate to select the right candidate or right person for that particular post or designation, right? Now, it helps in reducing the probability of short-term employment. Yes, if you're choosing somebody from your, a requirement and that person is completely justified to be there, right? That person is completely justified to hold that position or designation, to hold that particular responsibility in your organization or company, then there will be no, chances to go for short-term employability. You can, if the thing is of your choice, if you are satisfied with the knowledge and skill and the requirements that you need to hold that position and that particular employee is fulfilling it, then there is no chance of thinking about short term employability. That person can work with you for long term, and he or she will be happy to work with you for long term if you both are okay with your you know exchange in terms of expectations and requirements. Then we have, it meets the organization's social and legal obligations with regards to workforce. Yeah, definitely. If recruitment is being done, then there are certain social and legal obligations, right, in terms of workforce. So, how this is affecting, right? Now, you need to understand that if you're working in organization, I have very clearly mentioned in the last video about certain social issues, psychological issues, those hierarchy of needs that comes in front. So if you are going through the recruitment process, then you have to take care of all these things. You'll find people with different social thoughts, social procedures. There will be some legal obligations that you have to take care of, and you have to follow those norms, and then you have to move ahead. So this is also going to help you in getting a better candidate for the designation or kind of position you are choosing for. Right. And then we have, it helps in identifying the job applicants and selecting the appropriate resources. Yes, definitely. If you're recruiting, for example, 10 people in two different, platform for two different kind of requirements, then if you're going for recruitment process, then how this is going to help you? So you can identify a better job applicant and you can select the most appropriate one from those. So recruitment is something which is pre-planned and pre-executed. Then only you can find a good result at the end. This is what happens generally. Now, then we have, it helps in increasing organizational effective for a short and long term. Yes, if you are getting the right candidate, if you are choosing the right candidate, if the candidate is perfectly suitable for your organization or the requirement you're searching for, and then you're choosing, then this is going to affect your organization in a positive way. It will increase the uh, good effect. It will give a good effect for your organization, maybe for short term, maybe for long term, but this is going to help you, and this will be effectively seen. This can be observed, right? So this is what happens. This is truly what happens when you are going for recruitment process, and these are the basic importance of recruitment. Now, moving ahead with the next topic, that is types of recruitment. Now, there is a question that comes in mind. What is this types of recruitment? So we have basically two types of recruitment, and these are internal and external. Now, what is internal recruitment and what is external recruitment? If we try to understand without prior knowledge on these two terms, Then internal is something which is being done within the, a kind of organization. And external means even it is carried out outside the organization, right, or the company. So what is internal recruitment actually in terms of, technical term? I'll be telling you right now. So basically internal recruitment, kind of tries to explain that something which takes place internally, I told you in the starting, something which is happening within the organization, right? Those candidates who want to be hired, for different positions, are being hired for the within the same organization. For example, if I have the requirement of two potential designation based clients, and I do have two left spaces only in the company, and I can find those two people in my company itself who are working at some lower level, right? So if I announce within the company that I will be hiring two potential candidates out of you people, out of the employees available in the company, right, with certain qualification requirements, right? So those who will be qualifying certain, tests and whatever the process will be involved in the recruitment. And if you qualify, you will be, promoted to that particular designation. So this is what the need of R takes place in terms of internal recruitment procedure. So this is what we take care in same, organization. And this is also a good way, and also you can find the best candidate over here on the basis of performance, on the basis of, qualification, the talent, the skills. And after all, if the person is working in a company or from before, you must be knowing the, the good and bad things about that person. Bad in the sense something which may harm you, which may not harm you. So you can take care of all those activities, and then you can hire them, or you can sift their position. This is what internal recruitment says, right? You can choose on the basis of their working ability, their thinking ability, their working process, their thought process, their need of art, their process of handling, various projects, handling team, whether they are capable of handling those factors or not, which is responsible for the new position, whether they can take care of all the factors, all those specifications, which is a requirement of particular designation that you're hiring him or her for, right? This is what internal recruitment says. Different positions, different roles, something better than before, and an opportunity to come ahead and prove again oneself. So those potential candidates are difficult and, sometimes rarely found. But if you feel that no, I have such people in my organization itself, then you don't have to make it a long process and go for external recruitment. But yes, if you need something, innovative minded person, something fresher, not the experienced but the talented one, because sometimes knowledge and skill is highly important than, experience. Experience comes with time, but at present, if you want something to be, the fresh and fine one, then there comes the term external recruitment. Now what does external recruitment says? If you are hiring freshers or employees outside the organization, not within, means you are giving opportunities to all the freshers out there of the current, year, to come ahead and prove themselves that they deserve this position in any company. Then this is what happens in external recruitment. Everything will be fine and suitable, but certain procedures change. It is a long-term process again. Hiring, some unknown people is a big challenge, because once you hire, there are certain specifications, certain norms. You cannot go against it, right? You have to take care of each and every factors, and then only your external recruitment will be successful, right? Now, what does external recruitment does? So basically, it will give you, I told you, more innovative process people who think very smartly, innovatively, in different way as per the present requirement. Because if you are trying to connect with young minds as per the present scenario, then you will definitely succeed. The only thing what matters is that person should be correct one, right? Now, you need to think again about some more thing. If you are trying to hire freshers or people from outside, then it is going to be the expensive one. Because if you are in need of right candidate for a very suitable position, then you have to pay him or her more. Because initially, if they are sure about their knowledge and their skill, right, then at that moment they will be expecting higher amount of salary to be paid on monthly basis or annually, right? There will be a matter of choice that what package the company is giving for my talent, and this is highly important. Now, not only highly important and only expensive, but also a tough one. How it is tough? You don't have to judge them on the basis of only requirement and specification that you want for the position, but their mental health, their physical health, their thought, the process of thinking, that is thought process, their nature, their behavior, their attitude, organizational behaviors, their ethics, their norms, how they connect with people, and so many factors are important, and you have to take care of all those. You have to find out all those in that particular person whom you're hiring. It doesn't mean that everybody will be highly talented, or you can say that that person will be perfect in the initial days only, but still you have to find the right candidate, and this is what it makes tough about external recruitment. Now, moving ahead with hiring through external sources is a bit expensive, I mentioned, and a tough. Now, it has a tremendous potential of driving the organization forward and achieving in goals. Yes, definitely. If you are paying enough, so your motive will be that the amount of money or the amount of salary you are providing to that particular potential hired candidate, then he or she must have to achieve your target, which will be definitely more than the salary he or she is paying, because you won't be working with that particular person in loss. If you are giving an annual package of 10 or 20 lakhs, right, to that candidate, then you will be expecting double the amount that he or she should bring for your company. This is what the reality is, and this is how things work. It takes time, but if you are choosing the right candidate and you have the right person at that particular designation to hold certain such responsibilities, then you can be assured with the factor that you will be succeeding ahead, and you will be working with the right candidate, and your success will be at your head. This is what external recruitment is benefited to. Now, if we compare internal recruitment as well as external recruitment, then you will try to understand, and you will find various things. Now, what are those various things, and how it is going to give you a clear picture about so many factors, like which is better and why. So if you are in need of perfect candidate for a perfect or a particular requirement to hold some responsibility or designation or authority, and you are not going to pay too much, then you need to find the person in your organization itself, the one who is not expecting too much promotion in terms of salary, but he or she is expecting some promotions in terms of holding some good position in the organization. There you can go for internal recruitment. If you have less time and the requirement is quick, then you can go for internal recruitment. If you are not ready to to face the challenges and make it a expensive and a tough journey in terms of recruitment, then you can go for internal recruit. But if you need the candidate who should take forward your certain projects and the work that you're doing in an organization or in a company in terms of present requirement, present demand, then you definitely need to go for external recruitment. If you want to pay openly to that particular candidate whom you're hiring and you're expecting better than before, then you should definitely go for external recruitment. If you want some young minds with innovative thought process, and maybe in terms of marketing or technology, then you definitely need to go for external recruitment. Now, why? Because if you are stuck to a point, if you are stuck to a particular need and you are stuck to particular level of knowledge and skill, then you cannot be successful always. Anybody can beat you at that moment. But if you are keeping yourself updated and you are in search of latest technologies with young minds, right, then you can definitely succeed in life. This is what companies should work like. You have to take care of each and every factors that can affect negatively as well as positively. The thing that is going to affect negatively, you have to deal with that, and the things that is going to help you to move ahead and achieve more better than before, you have to prove yourself for that. For that, you need some better people always in your organization. Because if you keep on working on same old technology or some old marketing strategies, then others will come ahead and will take your market. This is really not justified, right? But for that, you need to work hard. You need to think about these factors. And this can only be thought when you try to meet with different young minds. Because you cannot judge somebody in a day. It takes time, right? It takes time. It may take a week to hire 10 different potential candidates who is going to be fit for your organization for certain positions and responsibilities you are requiring your requirement is for, right? So at that moment, you need to go for external recruitment process. Internal recruitment is okay if you are already set with your things, your goals. If you are 110% sure about your things, how it is going to affect negative way and positive way, how much impact, good impact it is going to give you, right? So this is what happens. This is what actually happens, right? And this has to be taken care of by you itself. So this is what I wanted to explain you in detail, right? Now, the second things come here is what after recruitment completes. Then we have selection process. Like if you're recruiting somebody, so there are certain levels of qualifying test, then some kind of levels of maybe group discussion or maybe directly PI round. So what is that selection process and how one should deal with that selection process? This is highly important. So I'll be getting back to the same thing on the next video, right? In the next session on the same topic, HR project, right? So till then, thank you so much. I've completed the part which I wanted to explain you today. And if you have any doubt on this basis, on this particular topic, whatever I have taught you till now, then you can definitely, give me the detail or your queries. You can put in the chat box or in the comment box. I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Thank you so much. Have a good day.